Hello, and welcome to Three and Out. I'm your host, Rod. Thank you guys for joining me for another show. In today's show, I will discuss the Arizona Cardinals versus the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys offense continues to struggle. And should there be concerns offensively with the Dallas Cowboys? Let's get it started. First, congrats to Jacoby Brissett and the Arizona Cardinals on their win on Monday night. Um, I thought the Cardinals played a great game. Um, they dominated the game on both phases of the game, offensively and defensively. Um, Whereas the Dallas Cowboys, for the second straight game, were not ready to play, and that falls on head coach Schottenheimer, um, and Dak Prescott. Both of those guys being leaders of the team have to have their team focused, ready to play, and I didn't see um, that from either one of those guys. So um, very, very disappointing from the Dallas Cowboys. I thought that it was a game that they had to have going into the bye week, and they failed. Um, I have to give a little bit of credit to the defense. I'm not going to beat the defense up too much because I thought the defense showed signs of um, they stayed in there. They played very, very aggressive, especially in that fourth quarter. Uh, Sacking Jacoby Brissett multiple times in that fourth quarter. I thought the defense gave the offense an opportunity to have a chance to win the football game, and offense let the team down. Even though the defense gave up 27 points, I thought the defense was very, very aggressive, especially in that fourth quarter. But I'm not going to sit here and beat up on the defense too much. The offense have to be better, you know, and simple as that. Um, Arizona Cardinals, they snapped the 5-game losing streak. Um, right when the Cardinals looked like they were going to collapse again for the sixth straight game, they found a way to win the football game. Jacoby Brissett and Marvin Harrison Jr. They dominated the game and they set the tone very, very early. It seemed like every time the Cardinals needed a big play, Harrison Jr. was making those plays. So yeah, it was a tough game to watch for the defense because the Cowboys had the Cardinals many, many times throughout the game, third and long, and the Cardinals just found a way to um, make a play. Um, Marvin Harrison Jr. Had a career high in receptions. He had 7 receptions for 96 yards and um, a phenomenal touchdown. Um, that touchdown, that he displayed against Deron Bland was simply special. Um, the footwork, um, the route running, it was unbelievable. And being a Cowboys fan, I felt bad for Ron Bland because he was left on an island all by himself. He couldn't do anything with Harrison Jr. I mean, he just completely he got whooped, and that's just what it is. I mean, he just got his butt kicked, and that was a tough task um, for him to have all by himself. Um, I wish the Dallas Cowboys could have gave him some help, but the defense is it is what it is. So yeah, let's talk about this Dallas Cowboys offense. The Cowboys offense continues to struggle for the second straight game. Again, the Cowboys losing back to back game for the first time this season. Um, Dak Prescott and the Cowboys offense only coming away with 10 points. It's not enough. It's not good enough. Um, it's it's unacceptable. And, it was embarrassing to watch because I know that those guys are capable of more than just 10 points in a game. Um, thanks to the special team on a block punt that turned into 7 points. Without that touchdown, again, we're talking about 10 points from the offense, which you're just not going to win football games scoring 10 points. We're talking about the second um, best offensive team in football, only coming away with 10 points. No other way to put it, man. We have to be better. That's not good enough, especially when you have those type of weapons. Most teams will give anything to have a CD Lamb, a George Pickens, a Ferguson, you know. Javonte Williams, I thought played had a great game. He ran the ball very, very hard. I mean, you know, as he has been all for for the most part of the season. He had a solid game, but just not enough, because he didn't have a touchdown, and we have to be better. Um, Dallas Cowboys had 3 turnovers um, throughout the game. Dallas Cowboys had four fumbles, which 2 were recovered. Dak Prescott 1 interception. Turnovers is something that you just can't have. At that phase of the game when you were trying to find your way back into a football game, those turnovers were super big turnovers. Um, Ferguson had the one turnover, um, and Williams had the second turnover along with Dak Prescott interception. So those three, you know, turnovers, you can't have, especially when you trying to work your way back into the game. So yeah, those turnovers were very, very critical. Um, the Dallas Cowboys were 0-2 on fourth down. Um, the first fourth down, um, during that opening drive, I thought that um, I was okay with, because I thought the Dallas Cowboys offense was just trying to set the tone, give their team an early lead, and allow that defense to to relax a little bit and to play aggressive and um, ahead, and instead of being behind. So I thought the first fourth down on the Dallas Cowboys red zone, I thought that was a okay way to start the game. Um, the second one, I thought the Dallas Cowboys should have taken the 3 points. Taking those 3 points would have got the team to within seven. Of course, they didn't convert, so we know how that ended. But again, those two missed opportunities um, were very, very critical for the offense. The first one, again, I was okay with. The second one, I thought the Cowboys should have taken the points. Um, Offensively, should there be concerns about the Dallas Cowboys offense? My concern with the Dallas Cowboys offense, honestly, I'm not too concerned. I'm about a five on the concern meter. I'm not going to overreact, even though the Dallas Cowboys offense has not looked the same. I think the Dallas Cowboys offense is maybe pressing a little too hard, um, knowing that the offense have to carry the team. Um, I just think they're pressing a little bit, and you can see it in the play calling. You can see it in Dak Prescott. You can see it CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, those guys on the sideline. You can see that, you can see that they may be pressing a little bit too hard. But I'm not overly concerned. I think there should be pause for concern, but not overly concerned. In the last two games, the Dallas Cowboys offense have turned the ball over five times out of the 11 turnovers this season, just in the last two games. So that tells you that the offense is struggling a little bit. But it's football. It's a long season. Every team go through offensive struggles. Um, I think the Cowboys have hit theirs. So hopefully, um, during the bye week, they can clean up their issues and resolve the resolve the problem. So we'll see how the Cowboys come out against the Las Vegas Raiders. Um, if the Cowboys continue to struggle, then yeah, that should be concerned, definitely. But as of right now, I'm not going to be overly concerned, but slightly concerned. The last 2 games, the Dallas Cowboys offense, have only scored an average of 20 points. Again, some will definitely say concerned, but um, for me, I'm just going to take a minute and pause, and because I know what those guys are capable of. Um, CD Lamb, George Pickens, Ferguson, and Williams, and Dak Prescott, those guys are um, very capable of scoring a lot of points. So I'm sure that they'll fix the problem, and they're not liking what they're seeing and out there on the field, and I'm sure that they can't wait to get back out on the field and fix it. And again, Dak Prescott in these last 2 games only um, one passing touchdown, which him being a leader, you have to be better. You can't have um, one passing touchdown with all those offensive weapons. So yeah, it's very very disappointing to watch um, as a fan, but I believe in the offense. Hopefully, with the two trades that Jerry Jones in the front office were able to put together. Hopefully, those two trades can be an instant impact for defense, which I will discuss very very soon. So you guys stay tuned. I'm not going to hold you guys much longer. Again, it was very very fun tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in. Um, again, um, stay tuned, and until next time, thank you.